It's time for Teen Mom Trash Talk with Tracey and Noelle.
Hello and welcome to Teen Mom Trash Talk. My name is Tracey and that's Noelle.
Hello, I think I have lipstick on my teeth. Sorry
Yeah, I really
about
liked that. That was very distracting. We're here to talk about this is episode 297. We're going to talk about Teen Mom 2 season 3 episode 2.
This was fun.
It's always fun, Noelle.
They're
it's
all
always
fun. Mm-hmm.
They're all fun, always fun. If you guys are following the news, make sure you the Teen Mom news, not the real news. We don't follow the real news.
No,
here.
fuck that.
If you guys are following the Ashley or Us Weekly, which is where we get our real news from, make sure you go over to Patreon, Teen Mom Trash Talk. Not Patreon, Teen Mom Trash Talk on Instagram, because Noelle's been posting all of the news stories. There's been a lot of Teen Mom news.
There's been a lot of tea lately, especially with Ryan Edwards.
Ryan's going to Priz. You know, lots of things are going on. So make sure you do that. And then join Patreon, patreon.com/trash talk podcast. If you love me or Noelle.
Yeah, if you love us.
Go to patreon.com/trash talk podcast, where you will find all of the best stuff ever. It's all of our bonus content, including all of Unexpected Trash Talk as well.
I know. It's like all the stuff. And 90 Day Fiance, The Single Life.
I know. It's good. It's amazing. Our favorite podcast, BS, where we just kind of
do this.
We do this.
You are very bright. It's very nice.
Do you like it? Is it good?
I like it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like usually I am so freaking bright. Today I'm not very bright. I like your brightness.
Thank you. I got a ring light the size of a cruise ship.
Yeah, and it shows.
It's the size of a hula hoop.
It looks good.
Okay, well, I hope it does, because it's here and it lives.
I like it. I like it. I think it looks good.
Okay, good. There's no turning back. Let's jump into the pool. Teen Mom 2 season 3 episode 2. We're gonna start off with Leah. I don't have a ton of notes for this episode. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay, so when I was taking it, I'm like, I hope that Tracey doesn't have a lot of notes, because I feel like
I felt like I was being lazy.
Right, and I'm like, is it just because I watched 3 episodes before this?
No.
Okay, thank you. Good.
All right, so Leah is still upset because Corey won't give in.
He's not gonna.
You guys are getting divorced.
Yeah, it's over. You filed.
You filed for divorce.
Mm-hmm.
He was 95% sure he didn't want to be with you anymore.
Yes.
And then you filed for divorce. It's over.
It's over. Stop. And do you really want to waste your money like that? You want to have a divorce and then stop it? It's stupid.
So stupid. So they're going to have a settlement conference, which is basically mediation.
Right.
To see what they could agree on. Kayla had moved in with her, but Kayla stays by her boyfriend's house all the time and is basically going to move in with him.
It's
so
like,
did she live with Leah, for 3 days?
Yeah, see, that kind of stuff annoys me. As soon as people meet somebody, it's over. They live with them.
How are you living with your boyfriend that you just met?
Yeah, this is a thing. This is a thing. It's called codependency.
It's very bad.
Mm-hmm.
So they talk about the mediation, and Corey's paying $500 a month in child support.
Yeah, for no dollars.
Okay, so for 2 children, $500 a month. I mean, listen, I'm not saying that I'm a mathematician, but that comes out to $62 a week per child, right? Which is she gets almost $9 a day for each kid.
So that's based on his income?
I guess so.
This guy makes no money. He was going to buy a new truck?
I mean, new truck, question mark. You know
new
what I
to
mean?
him. Right.
New to him, yeah. $9. I could have kids.
Yeah. I could have kids for $9.
I could be a dad.
I could be a dad for $9 a day.
I could be a dad that left.
I could be a dad for $10 a day, probably.
You know what? 15. Actually, $9 a day, and that's for each kid. So that's $18 a day. I could have twins.
Okay, you have rich blood.
You don't think you could spend $18 a day is a pack of cigarette and a coffee.
Okay, lucky for me, I quit.
But now you could have a kid.
No, of course.
You can have twins.
Of course. Well, now that I know that, now I know how much they cost.
Yeah, they don't cost that much money at all. So that's really good. So Kayla's like, are you guys really broken up?
Kayla, welcome to the party.
Kayla.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Welcome, Kayla.
Yeah.
Hello. You're in La La Love Land.
They're going to mediation for their divorce.
Uh-huh.
Leah spent like $3,000 on a lawyer. Hello?
She's like, I don't really believe it.
You know what's funny though? You're absolutely right. Once, whether I wanted to get back with him or not, or he wanted to get back with me or not, once I spent $3,000 on a lawyer, we're getting divorced.
Right. No matter what happens, that it's like, well, then we're just gonna be boyfriend and girlfriend after this.
We're gonna be boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, we can hold hands.
Yes.
You are not my husband anymore because I actually paid money for this.
Yes. Yeah, I have to see it through.
Isn't that awful? But
Uh-huh. No, I agree. That is
Yeah.
exactly what I would be like.
Like, no. I'm not doing because then what? I got to do it again when we get divorced?
Hell no.
No. We'll get
No
divorced.
way.
We'll be friends with benefits.
Right. We'll stay divorced.
Mm-hmm. So, Leah's getting ready for this mediation and she's putting on makeup and Straight is putting on makeup. Straight Alley is putting on makeup too.
Straight loves her makeup even now.
And Curly starts yelling at her, like, what are you doing? That was so funny.
I love these kids.
Corey says, quote, are you happier now with your little trailer? He's cocky, huh?
He is, but it's also like he makes it like this was her decision, but it's like she banged Robbie and you broke up with her.
She banged Robbie before you got married.
Right, but you broke up with her.
Broke up with her.
So
you broke up with her and you were forcing her to live in a spider bathtub.
Right. You were forcing her to bathe the spiders.
You were forcing her to bathe. The bathtub wasn't hooked up to anything.
That is the craziest
It was a
shit.
free bathtub. It was a freestanding
bathtub.
Yeah. It was a free range bathtub.
But also he makes it like she kept hooking up with Robbie because he's like, you kept going back to Robbie and I put up with so much.
Well, because she cheated on him the one time with Robbie, I guess in the beginning, right? Remember when like the day after the girls were born?
Right. I don't want cornbread. Right. Uh-huh.
And then now again. So that's what he's saying. Listen, you could spin it any way you want.
Sure.
It just depends on whose side you're on.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So Corey has a new girlfriend already.
Yeah, of course he does. This is what men do. They cannot be alone.
Okay, so I like how Leah went into his email address. So basically she got his AOL password.
But he's been emailing a girl?
No, she probably got his AOL password and is reading his
AIM?
his IMs.
Okay. That makes more sense because I'm like, what is he Gmailing his girlfriend? And is this Miranda?
Dear Miranda.
Right. Is it her? I don't know.
It's been 7 hours and 16 days.
I don't know.
Didn't you check my love away? No, I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to keep watching.
You know what? I do forget. You're right.
I don't know. There's no way to know. It's nice. It's like watching a brand new show, guys.
It really is.
Don't tell us. Don't spoil it.
Don't spoil it.
Don't spoil it because I got to tell you, I still think they end up together.
In my mind, they're gonna get back together.
Yeah, they
Maybe
might.
they don't.
There's no way to know.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the kids are a little older when she meets Jeremy, so there's room.
They're not too much older because remember, Addie's not that much younger than the twins.
See, in my mind, Addie's so much younger than the twins.
No, let's see. Let me take a look. See.
Yeah, take a look. See, because there is no way to know, too. You know.
Okay. So Leah's kids, we have. All right. So, Curly and Straight are 13, and Addie is 10.
Okay, so
right. So she had to meet Jeremy, and then she had to cook the baby.
Right. Yeah, but I still don't think she meets Jeremy yet. I don't know.
I'm just saying, it's gonna. I mean, physically it has to happen.
No,
soon.
it does happen soon, but I feel like she still maybe hooks up with Corey a little bit first.
Yeah, maybe. There's no way. Yeah, I guess only time will tell.
Only, the next few episodes will tell.
That's it. So Kayla also says that Corey used to be a player in high school, and Leah's like, yeah, I heard that. You believe that?
They talked about that on 16 and Pregnant too.
I know, but it's like,
listen, I'm gonna get in trouble for this, but West Virginia. I mean,
do you think he's a 10 in West Virginia?
Yes.
Okay, yes. Well, let me tell you something. Any man that would have to pay $9 a day for his kid due to income.
But maybe that's acceptable there then.
I guess.
Yeah.
So Leah calls Corey.
Right.
And she's like, hey, let me ask you a question. Do you talk to girls? He's like, yeah.
At least he says yeah.
He's like, yeah, and you probably bang Robbie. And it's like, hey, that's not what we
And she's like, actually, that's not true. I don't know if I believe that.
Okay, but also, you know that Corey's banging someone because his beard is very geometrical.
What do you mean exactly? Show me with your hands.
Okay, so it's like squared off.
Oh, it's one of those.
Yeah, it's very like he went to like some kind of Dominican barber.
I was gonna say he's from Dykeman.
Yeah.
Right.
He's from Uptown, and I'm like, oh yeah. That's 'cause he's getting some
Oh,
tail
that's
pipe,
so
as we like to say.
funny. I can't wait to see the piping in
Well,
action.
I can't wait soon. Noelle,
Bring it
Kale.
on. Bring it on. This
I was just
gives
thinking
me
about what we
life.
were talking about last episode with
Yeah.
Mark, and I'm like, that is so funny how you were saying that.
Right. Like, oh, you can't get back together I can't get back together with Jordan just
And
because
he's
I'm
like,
lonely because he does things for me.
And Mark's like, hey, maybe you could.
I guess she took his advice.
All right. So she's very, very, very lonely.
Hey, get a grip, get a TV, get a vibrator.
Noelle. So
Get the
Kim,
things.
her friend Kim comes over. She's home from college, and Kale tells her about V. Now, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
She still is like pretty self-aware, but not at the
Yeah,
same
she
time.
is. Right.
Tells her about V, and she's like, yeah, Joe has a girlfriend. Whatever. He has a girl that he bangs.
Right.
Now, here's the thing. That's not even her throwing shade. That's what Joe told her.
Mm-hmm. Right. Joe never said that's my girlfriend.
No, Joe literally said, I don't have a girlfriend. I'm with no one. She lives far. I bang her in my room.
Yes.
That's basically what he said.
Right.
So she said that she wants to maybe get back with Jordan after the summer.
Well, she feels awful. He's on the back burner.
Yeah. So she's going to keep him on the back burner for a few more months.
She's going to keep him simmering.
She's going to keep him on a low boil,
Mm-hmm.
like a short rib.
And she's going to have a hot girl summer.
Exactly. And then maybe if nothing fruits,
Mm-hmm.
do you like the word?
Mm-hmm.
She'll consider getting back with Jordan because he will also still be simmering.
And he will pick up Isaac from daycare.
Right.
Right.
So she hasn't spoken to her mom, and she calls her mother and she gets her voicemail.
Okay.
So, and then they show her going to Loose Threads Boutique, which was actually your nickname in college.
Loose threads.
Mm-hmm. Loose Threads Winters.
Thanks so much.
No problem. So now V and Joe are on a date with fettuccine Alfredo and a beret.
The beret, I can't. Also, V had a different accent back then.
V, you definitely had an accent. V,
Mm-hmm.
do you look back and see your hat?
Mm-hmm. I look back and see it.
I would have to get a lawyer and have MTV pull those episodes if I
Yeah,
were
you
there.
have to edit me out.
Mm-hmm. I'd be like, listen, sure, the gas mask, the bong, the fighting with Kale, the whatever.
Uh-huh.
Please with the hat.
Please with the beret. Please with the accent. Just subtitle me.
Fettuccine Alfredo on a date.
Of course.
That's called
That is
confidence.
crazy. That's called you are not lactose intolerant at all.
That is called confidence.
That's called you're probably going to go home afterwards. You're not sleeping at his house.
There's no sleepover. This is on her way home.
Yes. Right. This
Her
is a
dad's gonna pick her
drive-by.
up from the restaurant, from the Olive Garden.
Mm-hmm. Yum.
So Joe is talking about their relationship and how they're in a
Well,
relationship.
that's the thing. They're boyfriend and girlfriend here.
Right.
They're just
Joe-
boyfriend and girlfriend here.
Joe, you might have not told Kale the truth.
Well, maybe that was a couple of days ago, and now they're boyfriend and girlfriend.
Things move so fast when you're young.
Mhm.
So Kale calls her mom again.
And her number's blocked.
Her mom blocked her from calling her. What really happened between her and Susie? Like,
Okay.
I don't remember anything like up to this point. This is when she moved out and she was like, hey, I have to move out. And then they did a fly by night move out.
Yes.
You block her?
Yeah, but I have to tell you, I think there's more to it because
That's what I'm saying. There's definitely more.
Kale alienates every single person in her life. Have
mom
you seen
is-
anybody again?
Her mom is disgusting.
Listen, her mom's disgusting.
She learns it from
But
watching her.
Kale is also, she's not just a victim here.
Sure. So Kale tells Mark, she's like, listen, I have no mom, no Joe, no Jordan.
Mm-hmm. You have Isaac.
Right. But also, you're just so if you had Jordan or Joe, you
You'd be
wouldn't need your
complete.
mom. Right. That's the thing. It's like
Yeah.
you're not really upset about your mom.
No way. She's just lonely.
So she feels bad about how she ended it with Jordan all of a sudden.
Now you feel
Now
terrible.
that Joe is like, hey, I'm doing sex with fettuccine Alfredo.
Mhm. I'm doing sex with the beret tonight.
Yeah. That now she's like, oh, I actually feel bad because my mom doesn't talk to me.
I was so mean to him. I treated him so unwell. You think?
So
You know
upset.
why? Because you wanted to be with Joe and you thought you were going to get back with Joe and
Uh-huh.
you just shit on Jordan.
And Mark's like, you know what? I think you should call him. If I were Jordan, I would definitely want to get used a little bit more.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Right. So she's like, okay. So she calls Jordan. She's like, hello, Jordan. This is Kale. If you'd like to get back together, press 1.
He's like, let's meet at Catfish Park.
That's exactly what I have
Of
in my
course.
notes.
Of course.
But there's no emotion. There's no like,
But I truly believe she's still the same way.
yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, and this is a classic move too.
Tell me.
They meet up at Catfish Park.
Uh-huh.
And she doesn't talk about them. She starts off with the pity, talking about her mom.
Her mom.
She's like, hey, I know that you've always been there for me. And like, you're the only one who gets it. I need to talk about how my mom doesn't talk to me anymore and I have no one.
Right.
And you were my family. And I don't know how you abandoned me.
And
Basically.
he buys it.
Not those words.
No,
but
of course.
That's what
But
she's implying.
he buys what she's selling.
Yes. He said, let Susie go.
Okay, let Susie go.
And then he said that he misses her and he wants to meet up. And I mean, the smile on her face when he said he wants to meet up.
Okay, but also it's like, okay, so like kind of
She's like,
right.
I did it. Mark, you were right.
Now I have a new babysitter.
Yeah. So she meets up with him at Catfish Park and she said that she wants to talk to him about her mom and she wants her mother to be in Isaac's life.
No, she doesn't.
And Jordan's like, I love you both. I love you and I love Isaac. And I want to get back together. Do you want to get back together? She's like, sure. And then they're like, okay, let's make out.
I know. It's like, okay, let's kiss. But it was kind of, I don't know, because first he's like, let's take it slow. And then it's like, we're back together.
Yeah, let's take it slow. Take your pants off.
Right. I'll just finger you right here.
On the park bench.
On the park bench.
Yeah.
Isaac doesn't know what's going on.
It's like Biggie. I like how she's like, don't go far, Isaac. Isaac is like 6 months old.
I know.
Don't go far. She's like, just go to the store and come back.
Right? Go get me a Lucy. I thought that this kid was going to like be on a leash or something.
Don't go far.
He's like, don't worry, Ma.
Yeah. He's like, it's fine. I'm just going to go see my friend down the block. I'm going to go see if he can come in and play with me.
Oh, Isaac.
Out of control. All right.
You know what time it is. Chelsea.
There's nothing surprising about any of this. I love this for Chelsea.
Me
Chelsea
too.
is exactly who she is.
Mm-hmm.
So she got in a fight with her manager. This is what you were talking about in the last episode.
Yeah, well, right. I skipped ahead.
And she's in a serious relationship with Adam.
I thought they were taking it slow.
Well, she must have taken off her pants in the park.
Yeah, or, and on the couch in the Chinese takeout place. Right.
You get a little chicken and broccoli, if you know what I mean.
Oh, hey.
A little egg roll and ketchup.
Yum. Gross. Goodbye.
So he comes over her birthday morning and he gives her a promise ring. But I like how he gives her the ring and she's like, what does this mean? And
Right,
he's
what
like,
did you think it meant?
He's like, it means hope.
Right.
He's like, no, try again.
It means faith.
And she's like, no, try again. And he's like, all right, fine. It means love. And she's like,
Right.
oh my God, you're in love with me?
Mm-hmm.
I like that. So she's been having 10-hour shifts until 11 p.m. Yeah, I worked in a tanning salon.
Yeah, it's called work. I don't know, girl.
I'll work.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm getting minimum wage. It's like, you've always been getting minimum wage.
Right. And you have these hours and you know what? You're lucky you have someone to watch Aubrey. You don't have to pay for. She can't be with Adam.
Mm-hmm. She was fine when she was single. When she was single, she was making minimum wage, working 10-hour shifts. Everything was fine. But now she has a BF.
She was leopard checking before. Now.
No more leopard checks. So she called out. She tells Megan that she's going to quit. Megan is so tan. Other Megan. Megan is so tan.
Yeah.
So tan. She must be getting those free.
She goes to work with Chelsea every day.
Randy doesn't even know her and Adam see each other.
I'm not shocked by this though.
Right. So she leaves a voicemail for her boss that she quit. And she meets up with Erica and gives her the keys.
Okay. Well, I mean, your friend does work there. It does help.
I know. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Noelle. We go see Mary.
The worst person alive.
Mary is the pits.
Not
Noelle.
the tits. The pits.
Noelle.
Yeah.
She has on a necklace.
Yes, like the choker thing.
It's not a choker. It's a pendant necklace that is fitting her like a choker.
Yeah.
And this, I mean, it is so tight on her neck that it looks like a tracheotomy hole.
Tracey doesn't like tight things where there's
No,
veins.
it's a pendant necklace.
I thought it was a choker. That's so crazy.
It's a pendant neck. It's like a Kendra whatever pendant necklace.
Yeah, it looked like mother of pearlish.
It's like a what's it called? A druzy?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like that little like crystal like sparkly
Uh-huh.
thing, right? And it's supposed to hang over here, but it fits her here.
Mhm.
And it looks like it's a portal to her Adam's apple.
Slow suicide. You don't like
So
that.
suicide. It looks like she had a trach. It looks like she has a cap on her trach hole. It looks like a manhole in her neck. Noelle, that's
There's
insane.
a pothole in her neck.
Noelle, that's crazy.
Oh man, that's so
how
funny.
do you even speak?
I'm watching this and I'm like, oh, her neck looks red. I'm just looking at her
Yeah,
choker.
her neck looks red because no, it's not a choker. She's being choked
That's so crazy. She's being choked by her necklace.
by her own necklace. This is very,
She's
very
giving
sad.
herself a pothole.
She is.
What'd you say? A portal to her Adam's.
Or her Chelsea's apple. I don't know.
Oh God, that was funny.
So she tells her mom about the ring. And
Right.
here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Later on, we see Jenelle with her probation officer.
Yes.
I'm not going to say what's going to happen. We're going to find out in 1 minute. But
Mhm.
Chelsea has these extensions on.
Oh, they're so bad.
She should get violated on probation.
She should. She should go away
Her
for
probation officer should send her for 45 days to prison.
that. Very bad.
Very, very, very bad.
Mhm.
I wish that I was aware at that point, so I could call every beauty school in South Dakota and be like, "Hey guys, can you watch Teen Mom 2 season 3 episode 2?
Can you not let her come to
Please
the
don't.
school? Yeah.
Please don't." I mean, it's like this puff on the top, and they're non-blended, just like Barbie hair underneath.
The worst was when Adam was giving her the ring. I actually couldn't believe what her hair looked like.
It was very bad.
It was so bad.
All right, so Erica comes over and she shows her the promise she'll clean your apartment ring. I think that's what it was. I think that's what it was actually called. No?
Okay, I think so. I think you're right. That's a perfect ring for her.
Well, she did not keep up her end.
She never does.
So Adam comes over and Ashley comes over. So Adam's just going to stay at her house and watch the couch while
Yeah.
she's at her birthday party.
This
at
is what he
Randy's.
does.
Does he live there?
Yeah, of course he does.
Mhm. So she's so scared that Randy will see the ring. I got to
Take it
tell
off.
you could just take it off.
No, she can't though.
You're
She
not
thinks
scared.
this is forever.
No, but you're not scared.
No,
You're not scared.
She's not
You're
scared,
excited.
but she will not take it off.
No.
'cause
She's excited
Oh,
that
of course
Randy's
she
going to say it
is.
because she wants
Yeah.
to tell him. So she goes to her birthday party at Randy's. He made
Mhm.
pasta salad. There's ribs involved. So it's like
Yes.
a fake barbecue kind of thing.
Yeah,
Because
but
they
like
even have like the butcher paper to eat off of.
right. No, it was very cute because the ribs look pretty good.
Ribs look good. So she's like, Dad, I'm gonna get a new job. He's like, well, don't quit your old job till you get a new one. And she's like, LOL
I already quit.
about that.
Right.
She's
she
like,
didn't
did you
even
know
give
that
2
mom had a
weeks,
tracheotomy?
nothing. Do you know that I see mom's hole?
Dad, did you see mom's hole? Because I saw her hole this morning. Maybe I could bring a rib home. I think it would fit perfectly.
Chuck it in.
Dad, can I bring a rib to mom that your wife made?
Do you have one trachea sized?
All of them are trachea sized.
Yeah, it's a good size.
So he's like, oh, what's that ring? And she's like, what? Nothing. I got married. What?
She moved it to her middle finger. Girl.
Yeah, because it's not an engagement ring anyway. So it doesn't
She
matter.
thinks it is though.
Oh,
Randy's
well, I
big
don't-
mad, but he's not going to do anything because he never does.
he's not going to do anything. But also, do you think they get married? I don't know what happens.
Maybe.
There's no way to know.
Yeah, I can't wait to find out.
All right. The meat of this life is Jenelle.
Jenelle, she carries the show.
Janelle has a PT Cruiser.
I love PT Cruises. I rented one a long time ago. It was so fun.
Pretty comfy.
Yeah.
So Babs lent her the money for this.
Babs will never learn either, though.
So she has summer classes, and I like how Dustin just on a whim calls her and is like, "Hey, I just want to remind you, only do legal things."
Right. Why are you calling Dustin? Did you see the last episode?
Dustin, are you watching Teen Mom?
Dustin, there's a reason you're calling.
Right. So she is super annoyed at her probation officer. So she picks up Marissa for school and she's like, dude, I might go to jail. And Marissa says, quote, I'll bail you out, dude.
You know what, Marissa? Go to hell.
Go to hell. It's your fault.
This is your fault.
It is. Listen, it's Janelle's fault, but like Marissa didn't help.
I agree with you. Like,
Yeah.
why would you do that in front of her?
Like if you were
Why?
off chocolate,
Right.
I wouldn't bring over a bag of Dove, which you own part of,
I do own part of Dove.
and be like, oh, I'm just gonna sit here and eat these bags of chocolate if you don't mind. Like you don't have to eat them. I'm just gonna eat them. They're delicious.
I would be so upset.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, you don't do that to someone. It is very stupid of her to do that. Also, did you not think Jenelle would smoke?
Come on.
You knew she would. You just wanted someone to smoke with, and you don't care
Right.
about the
She doesn't care.
consequences.
So she tells Babs that she's gonna fail her drug test. Very like, just brings it up in combo. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna fail my drug test.
You know what though? Babs wasn't mean about this. She actually
Because
handled
Babs
it good.
knows that like
What can she do?
there's nothing she could do.
Yeah.
So I mean, what is she gonna do? Yell at her?
That's true.
And then what happens?
Right. Nothing.
The law is gonna take care of her.
Right.
So she tells Babs, and she's like, well, how am I not supposed to smoke? I'm under stress from losing my boyfriend and my friends. Janelle, do you remember rehab?
No, it's like it never happened.
Do you remember last week when you were clean and sober and you had like a new lease on life?
She said she didn't have any cravings, nothing. She was done smoking.
Janelle. Okay,
She
as
was
she's
so
having
different.
this conversation,
Mm-hmm.
Jace takes a container, like one of those giant Rubbermaid containers,
Uh-huh.
and makes the most noise dragging it across the floor. He's almost like, hey, nothing to see here. I just want to see what you guys were saying.
And they went quiet.
It was so funny.
Uh-huh. They're all like,
But
and
no
then they
one's like,
stopped.
what are you
Uh-huh.
doing, Jace?
Nobody was like,
"I'm-"
stop, Jace.
He's like, I'm actually moving out.
right. I'm packing
He's like, I'm
my
moving with
things.
Tori.
I'm going to pack my things here.
I'm gonna move in with Tori if you guys don't
Uh-huh.
mind.
I'm going to use my Rubbermaid.
Mike, can you bring my furniture over?
I wonder if Janelle's couches are still there.
That's probably why Jace was like, I might as well. The couches
That's
are there.
true. Yeah, that's true.
He's like, can I use my mom's couches if I come? My boyfriend's not gonna fight with you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So she got a drink from the tobacco shop, and the drink tasted very, very bad. This is like a Golden Seal, like
Gross.
drug test drink. So this is the second time she's doing this, and she said that she feels nauseated. I'm like, Janelle,
Mm-hmm.
this might not be a good idea. Like,
yeah,
you know,
Janelle, this isn't going to work. Also, I think you drank it a little late.
Well, this is the second. She did a second round.
Oh, right. Uh-huh.
This was
that's
their
right.
emergency round.
Okay.
So she failed the drug test, and she might go to jail on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And she is hysterical. So she goes to see
But
Dustin.
she's like, yeah, right. Okay. She goes to see
go ahead.
Dustin. No, I was going to say she goes to see Dustin.
Dustin has his Oakleys hanging off of his neck.
How did I not notice that?
Oh my God. It was so like crazy. I was like, Dustin, could you take it? Like,
you like to notice things like that.
come on. So she's facing jail 45 days.
Right.
And he's like, listen, the probation officer is probably going to give you a second chance. And she's like, absolutely not. She's like, I want to go to jail. I need to get off of this probation. I want my freedom back. My freedom.
She wants to get back together with Kiefer.
She wants to get back together with Kiefer. She wants to keep smoking. It is still illegal.
Yeah, but this is like when Amber
being
didn't
a
go to
felon
rehab,
is
she went
illegal.
to jail. That's true too.
So she wants to, and she's like, and I have to move out. She goes, I had to put my son on hold.
Oh, where did that come from?
Wait.
Right.
I have to put my son on hold.
To get her life together.
She goes, I have other shit to deal with. I have to put Jace on ice.
Jace on ice? Was this Home Alone? Gotta put this kid on ice.
She's gonna Walt Disney, Jace.
Poor
She's
Jace.
like, I will
Gonna
defrost
freeze.
you.
Cryogenically frozen.
When I get my shit together, I'll defrost you. And he's like, well, goodbye forever.
Because he's still frozen, this poor kid.
He's like, I had a whole Rubbermaid container of ice that I was.
Oh my God. It's just so funny how loud that was. But yeah.
He's like, call me a seafood tower. I'm on ice. So she meets with Babs and Jace at Catfish Park, but she won't roll her window down all the way. She won't get out of the car. She has her Ed Hardy seat covers on.
Okay, but her Xanax are showing here. She's like, the way she's talking like Renee from Mob Wives, like just like staring and talking like a zombie.
Well, she got violated, and she said that she would be fine if she had weed. and she can't
Right.
stop
That's the
smoking
whole
weed.
point of this, Janelle.
Yeah, you went to. Sorry, I was gonna hiccup. You went to
No,
rehab.
it's okay. Right. That's the whole point.
You
Is
shouldn't have
for
left
weed.
rehab. You said.
Right.
You said you were. You said
You were good. You were good.
Bab's like, you don't even have money for weed. She's like, shut the fuck up. Yes, I do.
She's so
What?
nasty. Everything that she learned in rehab,
Yeah,
out the window.
I know. Babs is like, didn't you learn like coping skills? So she said that she doesn't have any other drugs.
You have your Xanax.
And then she peels out like crazy.
Tracey, she peeled out.
Also,
Also,
where was
Jace? Thank you.
I think
Where the
Isaac
hell
was watching
Jace?
him.
Maybe they were running together, but not too far.
Not too far.
They were getting loosies.
And then Babs goes, you're the idiot.
I mean, she's not wrong.
She's not wrong at all.
This is rough. I can't imagine, like, that's like a big fear of mine. I'm so glad I don't have kids, like having a kid like Jenelle.
Oh,
There's
I
nothing
know.
you
And
can
there's nothing. Well, I feel like Babs may just a tiny little bit have contributed to it. Also, if
Oh,
you
of
have two
course.
kids and they're not good, don't do it
Right.
again.
Okay, agreed. But I just feel like when it's at this point, there's nothing you could do. You
Right,
could
but,
just
like,
watch them self-destruct.
It's not like the last one was the worst. The last one's probably the best.
Yes.
So like,
So stop.
right, like one bad wrong, just stay
Two
there.
wrongs won't make a right.
It didn't make a right.
Yeah, it didn't make a right.
It made a Jenelle.
It made it bad.
It made it bad, and now you got to
Janelle
freeze
is
your grandson.
homeschooling Jace now too. Homeschooling Jace, homeschooling Marissa.
Listen,
Yeah.
she's insane. She's
Yeah.
so much better than she was.
100%. I just
It's
can't
so
believe
bad though.
she has 5 kids in this house.
I heard it's not a good situation.
I've heard the same thing. A situation I don't like.
Maybe there's not like cleaning happening.
There's
like
not
that
enough beds.
Yeah, everything's fine.
Meanwhile, it's crazy because Janelle, I always felt like every apartment she ever had was so clean.
It's not her, and also
No.
like I think that the abuse is getting to her.
Yes, but then it stops. I don't think it's getting to her enough.
No, it's not getting her to her
Right.
enough to report anything, but it is
Right.
getting to her.
How about just leave? You don't even have to report it. Just leave.
I think she's far gone.
That's the problem. She's
Yeah,
too far gone.
She's very brainwashed.
100%.
Yeah. I feel bad.
Uncle Bad Touch.
Very bad touch. If you guys want to know what's happening now, go to Teen Mom Podcast on Twitter, Teen Mom Trash Talk on Instagram. You can go to Trash Talk Podcast on TikTok, and you could follow Noelle at Noe Girl on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Noelle, you should post things on TikTok yourself.
I know, but it's like what? So
You post your reels.
So I posted a couple of my reels, but it's kind of like, is that wrong? Should I be
No.
posting my reels on there too?
Do it.
Yeah, like I don't
Is
know
that
what to
wrong?
post.
If
I
that's wrong, then I don't want to be right.
I see the things that people post, and I'm like, this is so creative. Everyone's so creative.
Stop, I can't.
That's the best too.
Oh God, I love her. You could follow me at Tracey Tuzini on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I guess I'll try to post more stuff on there too.
Me too.
Tracey Tuzini, Noelle, you have to be a candle lady on TikTok, remember?
Right, but does that go with my regular Does that go with my regular? That's what I want to know.
Everything.
You could just put it all together?
put it all together.
Look, I have a nest. It smells very good.
What flavor is that?
The Amalfi lemon and mint.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's the good one.
That's delicious, Noelle. Don't eat it all in one sitting though. You'll get a belly ache.
I already have one.
Oh, okay. Well,
I
Tracey
ate too much of the watermelon and lime one.
That was so refreshing for summer. TraceyCarnazzo.com for all of my upcoming show dates. Canada in June, lots of stuff. Everything podcast related is there, including our Patreon at patreon.com/Trash Talk Podcast. Don't worry, don't listen to anything. Just go to TraceyCarnazzo.com. Everything's there.
It really is all there. I
It
stalk
is.
your page all the
There's
time.
everything there. Everything's there. Just go over there. Okay, bye.
Just go there. Bye.
Give us a 5-star rating and an amazing review on whatever platform you listen to us on. Goodbye forever.
Bye.